Yeah, what's up everybody? Trust you guys are doing good. Alright, welcome to another series of today's video. Today we want to discuss about the BJT, JFET, MOSFET and IGBT transistors, okay? For a while I've really discussed about JBT and MOSFET. You understand? But I decided today to really go extensively on all of them so that you really get to know them, so that when you hear the word JFET, FET, you won't be wondering what is that on earth, my dear. They are transistors. Okay, so we have four categories of transistors, so to say. The first one is what we call the MOSFET. Yeah, it's a very good one. All of them are good, so to say. By the end of this video, you'll be able to know the right one for the project you are currently working on. Okay, so let's dive in without wasting much time. Let's go. Now, this is what their data sheet really looks like. Now if you look at this place here, let me scroll down so you see clearly. Now this is for MOSFET. In MOSFET, what you have is you have your source, you have your ground, and you have your drain. You understand? Then but for that of BJT, you have your emitter, your base, your collector. Why for JFET too? Let me scroll this down a bit. For JFET, you will see I'm having source, I'm having ground, I'm having drain, like that of MOSFET, looking alike 100%. But if you look at that of IGBT, is having emitter, the ground, and the collector. Can you see the differences between them? So if you look at those that are alike a bit to a very good extent, JFET and MOSFET, they are looking alike. You understand? I would have said JBT and IGBT are looking alike, but the difference is JBT has base, but this one does not have base. You understand? It's using collector, so it's having collector, ground and emitter, but this one is having base, collector and emitter. I believe you can see the difference between them. Now let's go into their properties. Let's look at them before we now start looking at the functions, the right places to use them. So we'll definitely dive into all those parts. Ensure you like this video so that whenever I drop new video, you will definitely get notified by YouTube by itself. Give me a thumbs up so that more people get to see it. Right, let's proceed further. Okay, now let's start with the first one, which is MOSFET. Now for those of you that have been following my channel, this should not be strange to you. If it is strange to you, no problem, you catch up, and if you don't grab very well, check out that my video. Just check the playlist on electronics, you'll get grab it very well. All right, so when we say MOSFET, it has a meaning, because most of us, so to say, we just know MOSFET, we don't really know it's an acronym. So when we say MOSFET, it means Metal-Oxide-Semiconductor feed effect transistor. Very, very simple. I believe you should grab that now. Then when we look at the various types, you know, when I was discussing about JFET the other day and MOSFET, we were saying the BJT has NPN and PNP type. Likewise that of the MOSFET. So MOSFET has the N-channel MOSFET. That one, it makes use of electron as charge carrier. Then it has the P-channel MOSFET, so which their mode are quite different. We have the depletion mode, then we have the enhancement mode. No problem, don't get confused with all that. Just read the details. Add 0 gate to source gate and require negative. Forget about all that. Just understand the depletion mode MOSFET, enhancement mode MOSFET. Okay, remember I already told you how to get the data sheet of any electronic component. Check that video, you can definitely get more info on that too. So we are trying to just look at the differences between them and the right one to use for the project we are currently working on. So MOSFET, you already know that is Metal-Oxide-Semiconductor feed effect transistor. So let's move to the next one. We have JFET here. Now what does JFET really stand for? It stands for junction feed effect transistor. Now I want you to notice something among them. Effect. Do you understand now? Look at the Metal-Oxide-Semiconductor feed effect transistor. Okay, now it has different type too. We have the N channel, then we have the P channel too. You understand? So it has two categories, but that of MOSFET is much. You can say almost like 4 different types of it. So you can say we have the N channel type then, and you can see the difference. The current flows through a channel of N type. Don't cram, we'll understand it by the time we start the real practical. Now this is FET. It controls current via an electric field and classified based on gauge structure, and that is what it just simply stands for. Now let's look at IGBT details. Now when we say IGBT, it simply stands for insulated gate bipolar transistor. Now one thing I really want you to know, now let me show you that data sheet back again, the data sheet for this one. If you look at the data sheet right here, you see that of IGBT. You can see it having emitter, that is copying the property of that of JBT, is having emitter. Now it's having collector, still the property of JBT, then it's having ground like that of JFET and that of MOSFET. So you can see you definitely have two properties, two or three, copying the property of almost all of them. Let me show you back. Let's go. Now you see, now you can see IGBT combine the high input impedance. MOSFET, one of the characteristics, it has the ability to handle a very high input, because when we talk about transistor, though based on the area of amplification, what they simply do is just to amplify. You understand? Like a weak signal coming, they will amplify it up. Like the way I'm talking now, if my volume is not too loud, once it passes through an amplification system, it will boost it up. You understand? So MOSFET have a very good property of handling very high impedance if the signal is very heavy, because if your input like that of BJT, now the input capability is very, very low. So now IGBT is now using the property of the two of them, mixing the two characteristics together now, like an hybrid. Do you understand now? Like let's say a petrol car, your car uses petrol, my car use let me say lithium battery now. So let's now say when I have an hybrid card, I can use the two, that anyone that comes along this way is good to go instead of being stranded. You get it company. So IGBT combine the high input impedance of MOSFET. It's MOSFET that has that characteristic, and also the low power loss of BJT, because BJT requires more voltage and more current than that of voltage. Why MOSFET can require more voltage? I've discussed about that. Just check for that video where the video, I cannot remember. Okay, BJT versus MOSFET. Yes, check for it. I did a justice to that. Now using high amplification, so just look at where they are used now. So the IGBT now combining the two characteristics of the two, it has dealt with the high input impedance issue, then the low power state, it has fixed the two together now. So it now have a capability of being used in motor drives, inductor heating, and high inverters. You can see now. So it's a very, very good one. So when you look at your inverter now, they use more of IGBT because they have more power, and they deal with low power loss. Because if you look at your inverter system, the power that is coming, may probably, let's say 12 volt inverter, 24 volt, 48 volt, it's stepping it up to 220 volt. So definitely there is no room for voltage loss. If not, you'll be losing some energy. So that is why IGBT are very, very good in that area. Then inductor heating, less energy depletion, then motor drive. Exactly, and I believe you understand very, very well. If you don't understand any part, feel free to drop it in the comment section. I will definitely attend to that and do well to like this video. So let's look at the last one, which is BJT transistor. We'll call it bipolar junction transistor. Remember, we start from MOSFET, JFET, FET, IGBT, and now we are looking at the last one, which is JFET transistor. So JFET transistor are transistors that use both electrons and holes, carriage, blah blah blah. Leave those. One thing you just need to know about it is just learn JFET transistor. They are very good. They require very high. They deal with current. Yes, they need more current compared to that of voltage. For example, if my transistor accept 30 volts now, my current each transistor need is 1.3 amps. So if I'm driving it with 10 amps, I will burn it. But if the more the transistor, what it needs is just more amps current, not the voltage, compared to that of like that of MOSFET, where you need more voltage instead of current. So JBT, that is one of it, the characteristics you need to know about it. So it is NPN. So the two categories is NPN type and the PNP type. You understand now? So you can see almost all of them have different categories. We say the BJT has PNP and NPN. The IGBT, okay, does not have, it's just one, just that it has combined the property of that of the JBT, which has the issue of power loss. It has combined with that of MOSFET, which have high capability for high input impedance. Okay, Then JFET, yes, we've discussed. Then JFET here, it has different categories. We have the N-channel JFET, we have the P-channel JFET, and looking at that of the MOSFET, we have the N-channel, the P-channel, the depletion mode, and the enhancement mode. I believe you've gotten a lot of value from this video. If you have any question, feel free to really drop it in the comment section. I will definitely attend to that. Promised 100%. I will check my comments, and definitely please ensure you like this video, and if not subscribe, like, subscribe, click that bell notification. Yeah, thank you for doing that. All right, so thank you so much. See you guys in my next video. And for those that would like to know what I do, this is what I do full time. Aside from teaching you guys, yeah, this is my work full time. So in case you need any of my service, feel free to contact me. I sell keyboard, I sell piano, power amplifier, mixer, EQ, crossover, speakers, anything that has to do with audio equipment, we handle that. And we also do studio setup, live studio setup, and the rest. If you need any of my help, no problem, feel free to contact me and get across. Check the description in case you're interested in getting my piano, any of my courses. Thank you so much. See you guys in my next video. Cheers.